So the big part about the NFL schedule release is you want to see who's going to be in the prime time games, the prime slot, the national games, the standalone on island games, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Friday afternoon football, Monday night football, of course, historical getting after it. So we're going to take a look at the Thursday, Sunday, as well as Monday night games for the 2020 season. And so remember, late season Sunday night football, they do have the flex going on, so keep that in mind. But starting on Thursday night. So I'm a fan of Thursday night football, mainly because it's an extra game, and also it is really nice, especially it breaks up the monotony of the week, gives you something to look forward to. Almost at the end of the week, Thursday is on. You have a game. You can wager some jelly beans. You have your fantasy teams going, and there's actually some noise in the background. And I get it. Purists, the players, they don't like it because of short preparation week, recovering from a Sunday, coaches, a truncated preparation schedule. Is that we got to watch more film on Lions quarters defense. Bro, if you can't beat the Lions, whatever. All right, so, but I love Thursday night games. So first one, week 2. So just hopping right in. I actually think that Thursday night game shouldn't start until week 6 and then run through Thanksgiving, but argument for another day. Week 2, so you got the Bengals and the Browns getting on. And they always have, Sunday night always gets the plum matchups for sure. And why not? It is the flagship slot for the NFL. Monday night games have really gotten bad, but Thursday night they're just like random division games. It's like maybe they'll be good, usually not. But Bengals will be interesting. First time Joe Burrow is going to be in prime time, number 1 overall pick. But watch the Bengals not start him. I don't even know who the Bengals backup is now after Andy Dalton. It doesn't matter. But I'm intrigued to see what Kevin Stefanski is going to do. I mean, they have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball. They have a great O-line. They got Chubb. They got Hunt. They got OBJ. They got David Njoku. They got Landry. They got Baker. I mean, if Stefanski can turn this thing around on offense, I think he's got a really good shot to have a really good team because I think AFC North is wide open. Week 3, you got the Dolphins visiting the Jaguars. So back-to-back, you get the 2 rookie studs. You got Tua going to Jacksonville, which... Week 4. So the Denver air raid crew is going to be awesome. So Drew Lock, luckiest dude in the real winner of the 2020 draft. So Jerry Jeudy, you got Hamler, you got Fant, you got Cortland Sutton. Let's go. And then the Jets. Yeah. I do like what Joe Douglas has done to a degree. He is certainly gambling with the Mekhi Becton as well as Denzel Mims. They're certainly betting on athletic upside. So will be intriguing to see what they do there. But week 5, so you got Brady squaring off against BD Nick Foles, rematch of the Philly Eagles and Patriots Super Bowl quarterbacks, same faces, new places. That Bucks team is interesting because most of the times dream teams usually take a year to really marinate, but the Bucks already had a solid defense. They already had solid receivers, and if they can just get it on, Tristan Wirfs, one time. The Bears are going to be in the running for the number 1 overall pick, straight up, but they'll probably beat the Vikings one of the games. Doesn't matter. Week 6, Chiefs at Bills. Sneaky great matchup, where this could be a potential AFC championship game preview. Well, not at the Bills, but you know what I mean. But Chiefs on the defending tour. It's going to be great to see. This doesn't even list. So the Chiefs host the Texans week 1. I don't know why it doesn't list it on this one, but that's opening night week 1. But the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, can they do it again? Do the damn thing. And the Bills with Stephon Diggs, with Josh Allen and crew there. Plus, they have a really great defense as well. Leslie Frazier, respect what he's done up there in the North Tape. Week 7. So, the jabroni just really who gives 2 division games come in. So, you got the Giants at the Eagles. Cool. This will be like 17-10. Maybe we'll see Jalen Hurts. That's really about it. Week 8, you got the Falcons at the Panthers. So, you got Matt Ryan, etc. Visiting Matt Rule, Teddy Bridgewater, Christian McCaffrey. A little bit of something there. Week 9, so a rematch of the NFC title game. You got the Packers visiting the Niners. Should be good times. Although by week 9, the Packers may have completely imploded. They straight up. So this is the This is the game right after the Vikings play at Lambeau week 8, right after the Vikings have the bye week 7. So the Packers getting beat up by the Vikings, getting their ass kicked, then short week going out to San Francisco. Nah. This is going to be a good parlay. Just bet against the Packers on the money line, both games. Week 10, and just going back to the division game, so you got the Colts visiting the Titans, the AFC Championship game, participant Titans. And the Colts by this time, I mean, they will be interesting. I mean, Pittman will be getting things together as a rookie. Phillip Rivers will be marinated into that offense, hopefully hooking up with T.Y. Hilton. Plus, they got Jonathan Taylor-Thomas in the backfield with Marlon Mack, plus DeForest Buckner on the defense. Xavier Rhodes is also a name. Very interesting. Week 11. So the Cardinals at the Seahawks, where I want to see how the Arizona science experiment is going to pan out. Like, I still believe in Cliff Kingsbury. I still believe in Kyler Murray. Plus, I want to see what Nuke is going to do. Dallas at the Ravens. This is a good game. The two teams are going to run for 5,000 yards, and it's going to be like 9-6. Yeah, but also the really talented Ravens secondary matching up against the Cowboys 3 deep. Week 14, in a game that was on the schedule before things panned out. So the Patriots at the Chargers. Okay, I mean, sure, Justin Herbert on Thursday Night Football, but the Patriots, I mean, Jarrett Stidham actually going to be anything? By this time, we'll know. Yeah. Week 15, back-to-back for some reason. What was the Thanksgiving game? Are we looking at this wrong? That doesn't matter. So week 15, you got the Bolts at the Raiders. Again, Justin Herbert in prime time. The week 16 is the Friday night football game, or Friday afternoon football game, on Christmas Day. Vikings at the Saints. Should be a phenomenal time down the bayou. Sunday night. Yeah, which one is Thanksgiving? Did we screw that up? Oh. I see what happened. All right, so week. What is going on? All right, so week 11. Okay. So they don't have the week 12 Thursday night game on here because they put it on the Sunday night schedule because that's NBC, but they do have the late game. Okay, I get it. I understand. So, yeah. All right, so this one, Sunday Night Football, the flagship. Oh, so that's why they didn't have it listed on the other one, too. It's so confusing. Just list the games. Come on. All right, so kickoff Thursday Night Football. You got the Texans at the Chiefs. Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes, the two prime quarterbacks of the 2017 draft. Not so much Mitchell Trubisky-Ponder. Week 1, Sunday Night Football. Cowboys 3 deep, and Zeke and Dak going out to play the Rams. Where is the bloom off the rose with Sean McVay just a little bit? I mean, Jared Goff ain't all that. That offensive line, okay. I mean, they're up against the cap. Sure, they have Jalen Ramsey. That offense, the weapons are being picked apart. Todd Gurley was nothing. They gave away Brandon Cooks to the Texans. So, yeah. Week 2, so Patriots at Seahawks. Where, okay, Jarrett Stidham on the road at Quest. Maybe no fans. No. I was surprised that the Patriots actually got the full maximum 5 primetime games yet again. I mean, without Brady, yes, you do have Belichick, but this could be a 4-12 team pretty easily. And I think, frankly, Belichick would be okay with that, with the full-on just tanking for Trevor thing. Week 3, Packers at the Saints. That'd be a fun one. Down the bayou, Aaron Rodgers, fresh 2 weeks removed from getting his ass kicked by the Vikings. Down the Saints, 41-year-old Drew Brees. It's the Geritol quarterback bowl, like with a combined age of 96. Like, these dudes are just already like cashing in those Social Security checks. Talking about ointments, and also eating like those circus peanut candies. Like the ones that taste like nothing or just like terrible. Also, reading TV Guide. And also Reader's Digest, saving newspaper. All right, so they're old. There you go. Week 4, Eagles at the Niners. Ooh, I like that one. So Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts and company. Oh, Jalen Reagor, our guy, go out and play the Niners, and Jimmy Garoppolo and Brandon Ayuk. Should be a good time. Week 5, Vikings at Seahawks, of course, in prime time. But again, could the Vikings benefit here by potentially smaller crowds or even no crowds? Is that going to factor into Kirk Cousins? Very, very, very possible. Week 6, I got the Rams at the Niners, the Battle of California. Week 7, it's neat that the Rams and the Niners are just, So week 7, you got the Bucks at the Raiders. This is the Tom Brady Bowl. It's like the Raiders are like, well, I tell you, we were trying to get Derek Carr. We were not trying to get Tom Brady. Don't worry. Yeah, okay. I think Mariota's going to be starting at this point, week 7. Yeah, I think so. It's Marcus Mariota against Tom Brady and the juggernaut Bucks. I mean, who could be undefeated coming into this game. It's going to be an awesome time. Week 8, you got the Cowboys at the Eagles, your standard jabroni. No one cares about the NFC East. We just watch it because it's the only game on, but they're boring. In fact, I find the AFC South more intriguing than the NFC East. I find the NFC South more intriguing than the NFC East, where it's just who cares football. Week 9, you got the Saints at the Bucks. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we made old jokes about Breeze and Rodgers, but this one is full on like potentially vulnerable people for the Rona with Breeze and Brady. And it just, oh boy, it's gonna be a great game. Week 11, you got Chiefs at the Raiders in division. Now, this is like an old school rival. Like the hatred between the Chiefs and the Raiders is really underrated and underappreciated nationally because they hate each other. They do hate each other. Underrated rivalries in nationally. I would say the Raiders and Chiefs are up there. Saints Falcons, sneaky, very big time animosity in there. Like, I mean, the Vikings and the Packers, like that's the most heated rivalry. The Packers Bears go way back like chiropractic. I mean, Vikings Bears is sorta there. Like it's sort of like we don't like you, but also we don't hate you. One of those spots. And Lions is like whatever. Next up is week 10, Ravens at Patriots. I mean, standard slobber knocker. Although that might be a blowout at Gillette, where if the Patriots don't click, Stidham ain't it. Certainly ain't going to be Brian Hoyer. Belichick ain't bringing in Cam Newton anytime soon. So, I mean, the Ravens may run away with that one. Literally, run for 5,000 yards. Week 11, Chiefs at we were talking about Chiefs at Raiders. Yeah. Thanksgiving. So I actually like a general like slobber knocker AFC North type game to cap off Thanksgiving because, you know, you're sleepy. You've had your 4th helping of stuffing and dark meat and extra gravy. Oh, and the mac and cheese. I'm a big advocate of mac and cheese on Thanksgiving, by the way. So Ravens and Steelers, that should be a fun one. Week 12. Bears at Packers. Who cares? Week 13, Broncos at Chiefs. So Drew Lock, high flying circus act, going into Kansas City. Speed kills. I mean, KJ Hamler and Tyreek Hill just gonna have a speed off. Who's the faster short guy? There you go. Week 14, you got Steelers visiting the Bills. Now, Steelers could be a grab bag. I mean, is Roethlisberger back? Is he too beat up? Is he TBD? I don't know. I think the Bills could be legit, though. Week 15, like old school, early 90s throwback matchup. So the Niners visiting the Cowboys. It's going to be a big-time man-sized game. And then week 16, the who gives a shit game, Titans at Packers. I understand. Both teams are winning their respective conference championship games last year. But also, who's tuning in for Titans-Packers? That's what I want to know. So I think that one's going to get flexed out pretty easily, pretty handily. Then lastly, Monday Night Football. So Monday Night Football last couple of years has gotten the short end of the stick for sure when it comes to matchups. But week 1, I mean, who's really clamoring for the Steelers at the Giants? Like, who's up on that one? James Conner, Saquon Barkley? Sure. Okay. And then the second one, so Titans at Broncos, where that's sneaky good matchup. I respect the Titans. I'm intrigued by what the Broncos are going to be after adding this amazing draft class. So, yeah, it doesn't really play nationally, but like football-wise, it's intriguing. Week 2, Monday night. Oh, so the Saints going out to Vegas. That's kind of fun. Also, I think they put the Raiders on the maximum 5 primetime games, but Drew Brees and company going out there. Drew Brees probably stays at the Orleans because that's the casino for the old people. Yeah. Monday Night Football, Week 3, Chiefs at Ravens. Oh, baby, what should have been the AFC title game last year. God, it's just a great game of contrasting styles. There's multiple ways to skin a cat. Just chucking it for 5,000 yards or running it for 5,000 yards. I'm very intrigued. Week 4, Falcons at Packers. Sure. Week 5, Justin Herbert and company go down to New Orleans on Monday Night Football. Cool. I love it. Week 6, you got the Cardinals going into Dallas, former NFC East rivalry renewed. It's so weird. I mean, the NFC East, well, number one, it's weird that Dallas is in the East, but also the Arizona Cardinals were in the East after they moved, I believe it's from St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis, and then they moved. So, well, it's weird that St. Louis is in the East too, but whatever. But Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, love it. Also, that's the matchup of the big wide receiver units. So you got Nuke, Fitz, Christian Kirk, Hakeem Butler, Andy Isabella, and then Dallas, you got Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and some guy named Amari. Yeah. I was going to say David Johnson versus Zeke, but that ain't true anymore. Week 7, so you got the Bears visiting the Rams. Ugh. Like I said, I'm not sold on the Rams. I think the shine is off the knob, or I don't know. I was trying to think of the cliche there. The bloom is off the rose with Sean McVay, and also I think the Bears are going to be absolute trash. I wouldn't be shocked if Matt Nagy gets fired in season. Or Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace might be the worst GM in the NFL. Then week 8. So you got the Giants at the Bucks. I mean, okay. I mean, this would have played if Eli was still with the Giants, except he's obviously not. So, Daniel Jones and Saquon go down and play Tom Brady and whatnot. I mean, any way to get the Bucks on primetime war, I'm fine with. Week 9, old school renewed. So you got the Patriots at the Jets. This could be a bad game. This might be a bad game. Week 10, the standard Monday Night Football, you got the Vikings at the Bears. Can we just bring it out one time? I mean, Trubisky might be in by this time because I don't think Nick Foles is going to be able to play a full season. He got benched last year for Gardner Minshew, who was a 6th-round pick out of Washington State. Now, he's okay, but if he didn't have the stash, he'd basically be Duck Hodges, Devlin Hodges. Yeah. Next up is... So week 11, you got the Rams at the Bucks. And it just whatever you have to do to get the Bucks at primetime war. I think the Rams. Week 12. Ooh, this will be a fun one. So you got the Seahawks at the Eagles. You got Russell Wilson versus Carson Wentz, but really Jalen Hurts by that time. Week 13, you got the Bills and the Niners. Oh, old school interconference game. I'm going to love that one. Big time defense on both sides. Week 14, sneaky good game. So Ravens at the Browns. I think Stefanski may have the Browns really humming and going there. So, I mean, the AFC North, besides the Ravens, it is pretty wide open. So, I mean, this could have serious playoff implications. Like, this game may be for who's going to win the division. The next game, also staying in the AFC North, Week 15, this is not going to have implications for who wins the division. So, you got the Steelers. The rest of the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger versus the number 1 overall pick. What's his face? Yeah, Joe Burrow. It's good times. And lastly, week 16. So you got the Bills, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen in primetime yet again against the Patriots. And again, I'm a little bit worried for the networks. Like, if the Patriots really are like going to be picking in the top 5 next year and really are not all that without Tom Brady, because I mean the rest of that roster, it ain't great. Like, I understand you have Bill Belichick, but they're a little bereft of talent up there in trying to think of the town where the stadium is. Foxborough. Whatever. But that's it. That is a breakdown of the primetime games. Pumped for all these games except for the ones that maybe the Patriots and the Bears and the Rams are in. But that is all. Which ones are you pumped for? Which ones are you excited for? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.